Trick or treat! Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be doing two tags as a chatty video. So I'm combining the trick or treat tag and the cozy autumn tag together. So let's get started. 5 books were a trick, which means they weren't like how you expected them to be, and 5 a treat. Now, I'm not going to do 5 because I've got lots of other questions with the other tag, so I'm going to just flash up a couple. First of all, can we just appreciate my socks and my wonderful outfit? So as I said, we're going to do a bit of a mix and match. Now the first question of the cozy tag is, what book always reminds you of the autumn? And I have to say this book here, The Lantern's Ember. I will bring this book out on every opportunity I can until somebody actually picks it up and enjoys it as much as I did. Now the cozy tag has a lot of favourite questions, and I'm rubbish at favourite questions. This is why we're doing it a bit of a chat. Now I'm going to talk about these 2 books here, and they are part of the trick, because I generally don't keep books physically or mentally up here that have tricked me or I don't like. But these 2 here, they're kind of an exception because they're in a collection, so I'm keeping them. So the first one is called Novel Murder by E.C. Nevin. I'm not saying it's a bad book at all, but I'm just, the premise is amazing. It's like a murder at a book festival. And, I thought, it says, welcome to the Killer Lines Crime Festival. Now, there was nothing wrong with the writing. It was just that halfway through this book, I didn't really care who had done it and why they'd done it, and I didn't really want to finish it. I did because I did want to find out in the end. As I said, I'm not saying this is a bad book. Perhaps it's just a book that didn't gel with me. Which is a shame because it's a lovely looking book. It's in my crime collection of books upstairs and it will stay there, but I actually don't remember much of the plot at all. Now the second book, sadly, and I hate to say this, is this one, the Dan Brown Secrets of Secrets. I have been waiting for this book for a long time. Even before I knew it was coming, I'd wanted another Dan Brown, Robert Langdon book. And I got it. And I was so excited. Perhaps the fact that I had expectations. And sometimes I don't feel that you should have expectations, because sometimes the book just doesn't live up to them. Wasn't a bad book. I enjoyed the story. I really enjoyed being with Robert Langdon again. But it just didn't feel like Robert Langdon didn't feel like Dan Brown of the past, sadly. I don't know if there's going to be any more. If there is, I'm definitely going to read them. But yeah. Now I'm going to show you a book that's part of the treat. And this is book 2 of the L.B. Hathaway Posey Parker books. This is The Tomb of the Honeybee. I read this in the summer and I don't really think I talked much about it, but I have to say I was enthralled with the plot. I loved the honey and the bee side of it. I really enjoyed the mystery side of it. And it says, hi summer 1929, join Posey as she travels through glamorous South France onto the mystery islands of Ortega in Italy, and then onto the tombs and the pharaohs in Egypt. And I don't know why I haven't gone on to book 3. I really want to, but I have to say I enjoyed this better than the first one, and if the third one's going to be like this, it's going to be a jolly good read. But I loved it, and yeah. Another book I want to talk about in the treat bit is a kids book by Andrew Prentice. Don't actually have the physical copy. I read it on Kindle, and it's called Ghost and Bone. Before I talk about the book, I want to share with you my beautiful mug and a cup of hot chocolate. Now, one of the questions in the Cozy Booktag is, what type of drink do you like to drink at this time of year? Now, I've got hot chocolate as a special treat because I have to be very careful with lactose, so I can drink a little bit. It's lactose-free milk, but the powder of the hot chocolate's got milk in it, so I do have to be careful. Oscar Grimstone is a normal kid, aside from his secret curse. Whenever he touches something living like a flower or his classroom goldfish, they die. But Oscar discovers that he has another trick up his sleeve. He can turn in and out of being a ghost. It's published way back in 2019, and sadly it's only on Kindle, and I've looked online and I can get a harder cover, but somebody's selling it for like 70 quid. So there's no way I'm going to do that. I'm just hoping one day, if I'm lucky, I can get a copy in a charity shop or something. But this book is so much fun. I had so much fun reading this book, so this is definitely a treat. So we're just going to run through some of the questions here, and I'll see if I can chat about them a little bit. It's just talking about favourite drink. I've done that. Oh, better put my specs back on, hadn't I? There we go. So as Halloween is coming, what is your favourite spooky read? I haven't wanted to read anything spooky actually, but I will go back to Lantern's Ember that I mentioned at the top of the video. And indeed the book I've just mentioned. But just looking down, it says about snacks and where you like to read and have you got a favourite candle. I have actually got a lovely candle I've been burning for quite a while. And here it is. It's in a gorgeous pumpkin. And it's got a lovely pumpkin lid. And every evening when I blow it out, I put the lid on like that. I prefer to read in bed actually. If I don't read in bed, then my day goes along without reading. And this I'm talking about physical reading. I either read at night before I go to sleep. I get up, I was going to say the crack of dawn, but actually it's before the crack of dawn for my work. So when I get home, I come back for a little snooze, and then I do a little bit of reading before I get on with my day. I do listen to audiobooks, however, throughout the day, so that I still consider that reading in a way that I'm still engaging with books. Regards to snacks, I'm the biggest snacker ever, and it shows in my hips. I will, however, share with you some of my favourite cozy autumn blankets, because I love a good blanket. So the first one I want to share with you is this one here. It's wonderfully soft and it's got pumpkins on it. And I love my pumpkins. I can't help it. I love my pumpkins, and it's got some beautiful leaves here. They're so soft. And the most recent one is a gift from my daughter, because she knows how much I love Hocus Pocus. This one again is gorgeously soft, and it's got Binks, and it's got the Sanderson sisters on it, and it's a really lovely shade of forest green. So these are my blankets. When I read, obviously when I read at night, I'm in bed. But when I'm reading other times, I'm on my bed, but with either one of these blankets. Another question is, when you're not reading, is there a favourite autumnal activity? I love walking in the leaves. When there's a huge carpet of leaves, I cannot resist but not to walk in them and mess around and kick them up like I'm a small child, because, you know, why not? Okay, so before I end this video, because I feel it's a long one, I'm just gonna have a look to see if there's any other books that I want to add for the treat list, because the trick list, those books are out of mind and out of the house, so I actually can't remember them. So let's just have a quick shift in my shelves. I would say this one is a treat, especially for this time of year. Isn't it great? Haunting of Eveline Jones. It's a kid's book. It's not too scary, but actually it's a really, really good story. We talked about candles, and I bought these actually from Primark, and they're just called pumpkin spice tea lights, as you can see, and I have been burning them alongside the other one, and actually they're really nice. I think we'll end the video there, because yeah, it's a long one and it's a bit of a mess, to be honest with you, but I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you to Uncommon Reader for tagging me, and I hope I've done the tag justice. I feel I'm not very good at tags, to be honest with you, but yeah, there we go. I'm gonna go finish my hot chocolate, and I will see you guys later, so happy reading.